Welcome to the show. My name is Jasmine, and this is the Big E, where we explore, we experience, and we enjoy our life. Tonight, I want to talk about murky waters. So, the title of the show is Murky Waters. Why do I choose that? Well, when I was talking to a friend today, I do that a lot. I'll talk to my friends, live my life, and then an aha comes, and then I'd like to share it. And I hope this helps. We were talking today about the great event coming up January the 31st. We have to me, it is an honor and a privilege, this event. It is see if I can do this right. It is a super blue blood full moon. On January the 31st, this event has not happened since 1866. Oh my God. To be here in this time and to feel this energy is quite disruptive. There's a lot of things that I know I've been going through that I haven't experienced in, oh my God, years. Insomnia, that's come back a little bit. I've had vertigo now for a month, and I've really just kind of learned to ride it like a roller coaster. I don't believe at this time that I've tried different medications that some of my friends have said, oh no, I took one of these and it helped. Well, I got the medication and here I'm still in the middle of vertigo. So I understand at some point for me, this is meant to be. There's something that it's trying to show me. There's something that it's trying to help me with. So I'm trying to pay attention. But being in murky waters, when I was talking to my friend, the power of this full moon, the super blue blood full moon, I love that mouthful. It's a powerful, energetic that's here to help us. Some believe it can be a little chaotic, a little crazy. They can be very cloudy. Tempers can flare easier. You can get very frustrated very quickly, feel out of place. What's going on with some of my friends is they're becoming more of a hermit. They're not withdrawing or being depressed, but they're staying home more. Maybe they're binging. There's a lot of binging going on, whether it's binging on the media, binging on music. I have been binging on American Idol and The X Factor. One day I did binge on food. I noticed that, and I haven't done that in a long time. But it's like we're trying to dump energy. When we binge on anything, we're trying to dump excess energy. It's too much. It's becoming too much. Not that we've taken on too much, but it's difficult. What's happening is this energetic with this moon is causing us to stretch as a people, as a planet, as a species, as energy. It is stretching us. And in stretching us, sometimes it's too much. So we will binge. So I'm trying to pay attention to that, but I like American Idol. I could do that for like 3 or 4 hours. Isn't that crazy? And then I get on Facebook with some of my friends like you guys, and I can do that for a while too. And so I have to really try to manage that. But in binging is another energy that is being caused with this full super blue blood moon. The process that I believe we're going through with it is one of integrity. Years ago, my sister and I, we were told that the planet itself, this earth, is going through what they called a photon belt. And in this photon belt was a process of cleansing. They used an illustration once that I read about, like a dishwasher, going through a dishwasher, and all these cycles of cleansing, and it can be rough, it can be tough, trying to take off this old stuff that has clung to us, that we believe we are, that we've created these patterns and these ways and these layers of being, and to get those pulled off and cleaned off, it's tough. It can hurt, it can leave sores, it can leave wounds. We can become tender, we can pull in. Self-care, that's where self-care comes in, but it can hurt. Now, as the planet itself comes out of this photon belt, it is going into an energetic of integrity. I believe this is where we begin with this full moon. To come back into integrity, if you're on the planet, there is no other choice. There is no other direction. There is no other answer. Sorry. But the planet has made a choice to do exactly that, to go back to integrity. To do that is like going through the dishwasher. It will clean whether you like it or not, because you are on the planet. You've chosen to be here. This is something that's being done for you, not to you, even though sometimes it can be extremely rough. As we come into this place of integrity, what I'm seeing with some of my friends and what they're experiencing with other people they know, is people are being called out, is the word we were using. It's like there's an instance, they're at work, they know they're not up to par, but this is what they're wanting to do. They maybe in their own knowing they don't want to be there anymore, they should retire, but then they feel like they're going to be a failure. So you get this place of confusion. Well, what the universe is actually doing, what this energy is doing, is it's calling them out. What is your truth? If you don't do it, it will be done for you. And that's not always the easiest, the gentlest, or the tenderest place that it can be done. If you choose to do it, if you choose to go through your own process the best you can and be honest, and maybe retire if you need, or back off, work part-time. With me, I do this. I stay in integrity of what the universe has asked me to do by using my voice, by speaking to you, trying in some small way to help and to make a difference. So I think my life is easy. I've got vertigo, but I'm okay. I have a homeopathic medicine that I take for the stress, the anxiety, or the fear that builds up in my body when it starts to tilt, because there's fear that comes with that, because I'm not able to ground, and even the ground underneath me is going to give. So there's a homeopathic medication that I've taken. If anybody wants to know what it is, please email me. I'll share it. But these are the things that's happening with this super moon. So in the title of tonight is, are you in murky waters? Are you confused? Are you cloudy? Are you unclear why maybe your spouse isn't listening to you? Are you unclear why you're not being heard? No one pays attention. They don't validate you. You don't feel important by someone. Is this a place where you're at? Now let me give you an example of how we can clear murky waters. You've built a beautiful pond in your backyard, front yard, in the middle of your living room. You have a beautiful pond. This is your world. You've created it. Maybe you've put some koi fish in there, maybe some beautiful colored pebbles, some beautiful plants, and you're standing in your pond because this is your world. But as you've noticed, your water is murky. It's unclear. You can't see. What is it that you have done to cause this? I know you don't like that. But because you have stomped around, tried to maybe get into other people's energies, give them answers. This is what you need to do. You need to listen to me. You know, my dear husband, I need to talk. I need you to understand me. These are all dynamics that we reach for outside of ourselves to help get clarity. But in stomping around or going to this person or going to that person or repeating drama or getting into this chaos of not knowing and getting frustrated and getting angry, and this builds and the sediment starts to bubble up from the top of the pond, the bottom of the pond to the top. The fish are scattering around in fear. Oh my God. The plants are disrupted. The roots are pulled up. And now we have murky waters. The first thing to clear this up is to stop. I have said this in many shows before. The power of the place of stillness. So stop. Put your feet down. Quit kicking up the mud. Quit scaring the fish. Just stop for a moment. No, you don't need to do it for months. You don't need to get to this place of always being stopped and, oh my God, it's everybody first and not me. Just stop for a moment. Just for a moment. Just stop and be still. Look down at your feet. Your feet are still. The waters are starting to clear a little bit. The sediment's starting to go back down to the bottom. Maybe the fish are coming out. They're not quite so scared. They're getting a little bit more comfortable. The anxiety level is dropping. The plants are starting to float again. Maybe some of them are just settling on the bottom and getting calmer. Things start to clear when you stop. So as the waters become clear, maybe you can even see your feet. What a beautiful thing. So as you start to watch things clear up, you might think, okay, I can talk now. I can move. I can get what I need. I can explain myself. I can defend myself. I can tell them they need to listen to me. Not yet. Just a couple more moments. Because as we wait and it becomes clearer and we quiet our body, we quit stomping around, moving our legs, things settle in us. As we do this, we start to open our heart, because this is self-care. This is loving yourself. Can you believe it? You could even give yourself a hug if you want, but this is self-care. So stay there for just another moment. And as you're there, just standing, just waiting, look around. Look around at your family, at your husband, at your kids, at the job you're at. Look around. Can you see them just a little clearer? You're now in a place of coming from your heart. So maybe your eyes have changed to seeing others in just a little bit more love than you were a minute ago. But stay there. Enjoy it. Try to see others clearer. Maybe your husband is upset. Maybe he isn't listening. Maybe he had a frustrated day. Maybe he needs to be heard. Maybe he needs to be hugged. With the kids running around so chaotically, maybe they're trying to run off energy. They've had stressful days. Maybe they need a moment. Or, kids, sometimes they just are high-strung. That's their energy. They're young. God bless them. And just let them run them up. Take them to the park. Do something that helps you become clearer in seeing them. When you are clear this way, you can see others and do for them what's best for you. Does that make sense? Here you've stopped. You've gotten still. Your water's clearing up. And maybe you can see your husband a little clearer. Maybe he was yelling at you when you were trying to explain to him what you needed. So now what maybe you realize is he could use a hug. Just give him a hug. With your kids, maybe just take them to the park. Maybe at the job, just stop and say, it's the best they're doing. As the waters clear up, you see clearer because you've now come from a place from your heart and you see others clearly. Try it. Practice is like a game. See how much that you can change the world around you by being still and clear. I've noticed too, when I was talking to my friends, I was noticing too that was such an example for me tonight. Little things happen in my life, not real dramatic anymore, more subtle. But I was going to go out dancing tonight and visit one of my friends who sings in a band. Her name is Linda Morrison. She plays in her band is called Mercy Duo. They play in Medford and Ashland, around locally, Jacksonville tonight. And I was just going to go and support her and have a little fun. Well, as I was getting ready, my waters got a little murky. And I found myself sitting down to file my nails. Oh, gotta file my nails, before I go out. So I'm filing my nails and cleaning them up a little bit. The next thing I know, I cleaned up in my cuticle. You see that? I cut my cuticle. And I went, okay, I filed too close. What's that all about? All right. When I do that, I know that I'm kind of sabotaging myself. But I said, okay, it's all right. Let's put a little Band-Aid on it. You're fine. Let's keep going. So I get my outfit on. And I get all dressed up and I go find, what was I doing? I think I got sidetracked by a glass of water, sidetracked about, oh, is it too cold? What coat do I wear? And I'm watching myself in this little way murk up my waters. I'm kind of walking around, moving, thinking, okay, this pebble needs to be here. I'm not clear on what I want to do. My body's sabotaging it or putting in contradictory vibrations. So I stop. I stop and I watch and I went, oh, I don't really want to go out tonight. I love supporting my friends, listening to the music. I love blues. She plays blues. She's got the most beautiful voice, like Etta James. Girl can sing. But I realized in that deliciousness, I still wanted to be here. I had such ahas today that I really just wanted to share them. I wanted to be here with you. So my self-care was to just talk with you. I did get that glass of water. I sat down and I realized sometimes it's good to be home. I'm here in my studio, to be quiet and to share, to have a voice and to use that in such a loving way. So that's what I did. But I watched my waters getting murky. Even me. Ever so subtle, but I know the signs, especially when I start trimming my nails and I cut them too close. It's like, what are you doing? Back in the day, it used to be right before I was going to go out, I'd get really nervous and I'd eat a lot. And then I'd say, oh, I'm too full to go out. Well, I don't do that pattern anymore, but I do small things when I start getting ready to go out and my body doesn't quite want to. It's trying to give me these signals that I really don't want to go out. I don't feel like going out. I don't want to be around people. I just want to get quieter. And so these are the subtle ways that my body talks to me. As I've said before, I'll say again, our body does not lie. When I was talking to my friend earlier, he goes on to a job site, and when he does, he gets a lot of anxiety, a lot of stress, insomnia, so much so that he wakes up, wee hours in the morning about him not being able to complete the job and the fear of not being able to do it. And he doesn't know what he's doing and no one's training him. So he goes through a lot of this anxiety. And I keep reminding him, your body does not lie. There's something about this that you need to get. You don't need to leave the job. You don't need to quit right away if you need the money. Okay. But what is this trying to say to you? With talking with him today, we kind of came to the moment of, oh, he's taking on too much. He's trying, the old pattern was to always excel, to be the best, to know it all, get it done, be the top gun, top dog, whatever you want to say. But in reality, it was doing the best with what he knew. And then when he got to that place and he didn't know, hold his supervisors, hold those people responsible for showing him and teaching him what he does not know, not trying to do the whole thing. Now with this new job, I've been at this new job for about 3 weeks. I've kind of been going into the same thing. It's a new job in medical. I'm a biller and I'm learning to bill, which I've done before, but because the girls are so busy there, they're not really teaching me. They've seen me early on and they realize that when I run into something that I don't know, I'll ask them because I kind of jump in there and just do it and I get things done. I've always been able to do that. Well, I've come this last week to places that I don't know what to do. I was trying to do something one time in the system, in the computer, and I did it 10 times the same way, expecting different results. Oh my God, don't you hate those patterns? And I finally said to myself, Jasmine, what's the matter? I was scared to get up and interrupt them and always ask because I should know. But why should I know? I don't know the computer system. I don't know what they do on it. I need to be shown. So I got up and I kept asking. And I apologize for always bugging them, but I had to learn. So these are the things, the patterns that we're so used to in the old energy of excelling and getting it done, making it happen, finding the answers, being that top notch, which I'm so used to. And some of us just want to excel in that. And we can, and we did, and we have. But to know our part in, okay, I don't know this part. I don't know what to do next. So let's ask. If the body gets stressed or gets anxiety or I feel uncomfortable, I don't want to interrupt the girls. They're having a good time socializing. Oh my God, I'm going to look silly. those are the places where my body's saying, hello, hello, I need help. Please listen. You're at the limit of what you know. You're at the limit of what you can do. Now ask for my help so you can do more. Okay, fine. But listen to our bodies in those ways. It's a beautiful place to be. Self-care, on murky waters, not stomping around and seeing others so very clearly. It's a beautiful place to see ourselves from our heart, loving others, being there for them. When we give in that way, they will give back. I do guarantee that. I hope some of this has helped. I hope you guys have a wonderful evening, a wonderful day, whichever time of the day you're listening to this, a good morning. And I hope it's helped. Please reach out, share your experiences, share your stories. If you feel sometimes that your story or your opinion is silly, it doesn't mean anything, it's not going to matter, it's going to be ridiculous, those are the moments that are most beautiful to me. Because in those moments, you're most open. I know vulnerability doesn't seem to be a thing of power, but it is. Because in those moments that we think we're less than and that we don't belong, you do. It matters. Those are your most powerful moments because in your darkness is the light that has to match you. It has to give back to you 10 times more than what you feel when you think you're in your darkness or you're less than. Believe it or not, it has to match you. It knows you better than you do. The light knows you in the light, even though you think you're in the dark. I hope that makes sense. It's so hard to explain that dynamic sometimes, but I see you. I feel you. Please share, reach out, send any experience, any comment that you would like. I'd love to hear from you. I am sending you love always. I'll see you soon. Night. Since this is my camera, I have to turn you off. But not until next time. I'll turn you on again. Bye.